where did you get that? So now that all of the spring summer 2025 fashion trends are laid out on the line, you're asking me, but if I don't have these pieces, where can I find them? I'm not trying to spend a lot of money. I just want to try a trend. I just want to play. I'm into figuring out my personal style. Hold on, pause. We're gonna get there piece by piece. Welcome to the second episode of this spring summer style series. Hi loves, I'm Helecia, but the girls call me Lee, and I wanted to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new here, I make videos on fashion, travel, natural hair, and beauty. So if that's your vibe, make sure that you like, comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe. In terms of the hair, we've been using Sacred. I've already shared that video, and this is a twist out. For the top, I am wearing Kai Collective. This was in the Kai sale, and the earrings are Shop Koi. Now let's get into it. Let's talk affordable spring summer fashion. We're in a budget of about $100 or less, but the key is always quality. How can we add in quality pieces to our wardrobe, or even just use some of these websites as inspiration? What brands should we be looking at? What brands are worth it? Think affordability, but big style energy. Have a baby, and this is what we come up with. I'm gonna outline 5 stores that maybe you forgot about, maybe you haven't shopped at in a long time, maybe you don't really know how to navigate the website. Now, there are many brands that I could include in this that, yeah, would fit the bill for your spring summer wardrobe additions. However, I want to focus on things that are accessible. Let's start off with the list. In general, you could definitely go for Zara, H&M. Easy peasy. One of the best things about both of these stores is that you can typically go in and try on the pieces, feel the pieces. We're not here to talk about them, but I do have a couple of tips about them. Okay, so this is just like a bonus in the beginning. Zara actually has studio collections, which can get pretty pricey, but in my personal opinion, Zara is not that different from Shein. I said what I said. What you should do when you're shopping at Zara, ideally, is go to the store, because I can guarantee you, most of us are not taking the time to actually read the labels online in terms of like what the pieces are made of. But if you go into the store, you can feel the quality. And that, I think, is the most important thing when it comes to wasting your time or your money, especially if you know that you are prone to not return things. Don't even waste your time. In terms of H&M, the best way that I have found to shop at H&M is either their studio collection, which comes out sparingly, let's just say. Like, they have drops, typically seasonal drops. H&M recently launched almost like an edition. It's somewhere in between their premium line and their studio line, and it is called H&M Edition. I find that the pieces from that particular line are typically under about $100, $150. You can find them on sale, and the quality of those pieces is spectacular. I did recently pick up a dress from them, and I was blown away, but I can no longer find it online. So I'm tempted as to whether I should even share it with you, because I know I don't have no link. But let me just say I was blown away because this particular dress had hip padding in it. So it truly gave an hourglass silhouette, and I have never seen that for the price. Just a little quick tidbit, a little quick bonus, scratch that. I feel like that's the easy way out. So let's get into a couple of brands, 5 to be exact, that you likely forgot about or haven't shopped on recently, or you haven't quite figured out how to master that website. And I already mentioned one. Is this one gonna come as a surprise? I don't know. And it's gonna be Shein. Now, to be fair, I had not shopped on Shein for years. I honestly just started back shopping on Shein in 2025, and I haven't picked up many pieces, but what I've learned so far is you have to shop certain brands on Shein, and I think that especially for your spring and summer wardrobe pieces, I would go with the brand Musera or Misguided. Now, we're really familiar with Misguided because Misguided used to be a standalone store. I want to say that it was a UK based store, something like a Pretty Little Thing. They are only sold on Shein from my experience. Now, I haven't purchased from them in quite some time, but the brand Musera, yeah, they have been doing it for me. They have almost designer dupe-ish pieces, and the pieces that I have received from them have been doing it. I purchased this like furry skirt from them, which I mentioned, I want to say in another video, but I have a similar skirt to this that was probably about 5 times the price. And when I washed it, it like shriveled up. It was almost destroyed in the wash. It almost became matted. It was the weirdest thing ever. But my Shein version of the skirt is softer, it's fluffier, and I did not have those issues. It also fits a little bit better. So in my personal opinions, I would definitely go with the Shein version. And I want to say this, I am in a era of spending less, of consuming less, just because I don't need it. So when I go on these websites, I'm truly looking for really special pieces, which is why I'm sharing this with you. Next up on the list is going to be ASOS, but in particular ASOS design. So if you shop on ASOS at any given point, you will realize that there are tons of brands that are being sold on ASOS. But I love ASOS brand across the board in general. But there are levels to ASOS brand, similar to how H&M works with their premium, studio, edition, all of those lines. So certain things that fall under the ASOS category are not the best of quality. And if you're going to add anything to your wardrobe, I would highly recommend that it's of proper quality, just so that you can actually reuse it, repurpose it, rewear it, restyle it. You know, you're actually getting your cost per wear. You're getting your money's worth for what you spend. ASOS design has great pieces. They often have really good sales. Now there's a couple of pieces that I have from them and a couple of pieces that I have on my wish list, and some of them are timeless pieces and some of them are trendy pieces. But one of the trendy pieces that they really are doing well is this organza skirt. I have this skirt in black already. I've worn it already, but I'm heavily leaning towards this green. I just think that this green is such a stunning addition, and because I already know that I love the black, it's kind of like ASOS design is also really great for dresses. It's about to be insanely hot outside, and I cannot tell you, this is sundress season. We are approaching it. It's the best time to really pick up some of those additional pieces, especially poplin dresses, cotton dresses, you know, the things that are going to really keep you cool. ASOS design does really well at that as well. So when I go on ASOS and I look at the ASOS design brand, I typically will filter out my size because there's no point. And then I will also arrange it from lowest price to highest price, or either from like newest arrivals. It really just depends on what I'm looking for. And I prefer ASOS design for dresses, elevated basics, trendy pieces, and structured pieces. They do really well on blazers and like shoulder padded cinch waist type of pieces. What I'm likely gonna get, this is what's on my wish list, this structured tan blazer, because I think that this is really timeless and will transcend seasons. And if you don't think that you can wear it in spring, you most definitely can. I would just go more like evening. This butter yellow shoulder padded cinch waist top. I can't remember if it comes with a tie or not, but there is a version that comes with a tie, and I just think that that is just phenomenal, from the fit to the color to the details. These pants are also really fun, and I'm manifesting a ticket to the Cowboy Carter concert, and I feel like this would be like a good little pant to put on that's different, that I haven't seen other people do. Because I wanted to do cow print at first, that's neither here nor there, but then I was like, people hunt deer too, cowboys, whatever. My next one is, I don't want to say that it's like a hidden gem, but this is a brand that I shop at often. They do tons of sales. Their prices are fairly affordable. In general, they're right around the range of Zara pricing, and they have unique but timeless pieces, and I think that's really important. And also, when I get their pieces, I never get rid of them because the material is so good. And this brand is Lioness. Lioness is a Australian-based fashion brand. The Australian girls are doing it. Every Australian-based fashion brand that I know is top tier. I don't know what it is, what's going on over in Australia. They also sell Lioness on Shopbop. I want to say that they sell it on Amazon, a couple of other websites. It is one of those somewhat slept on or underrated brands, or it's just not really talked about, I guess you could say. I also love this brand because I find that their pieces are a bit more modest. they have that edgy, that cool girl kind of like aesthetic to them. Australia also gets fairly hot, so I feel like the pieces also fit the weather here. I have a couple of pieces. I actually wore one of their pieces yesterday, and it reminds me so much of Jacquemus. If you could imagine almost like the storyline behind the brand, but then they will have like leather, faux leather, like super edgy pieces, and then they will also have like the kind of chill, relaxed pieces like your rugby tops and your sweaters and sweatshirts and things like that. So in general, Lioness offers a good range of pieces that are timeless with a unique twist. This to me is the brand that I would go to for all of my basics, because I prefer elevated basics. I prefer not so basic basics. 10 out of 10 I would recommend. Next on the list is going to be a brand that was popular at one point in time, and I don't know if they had a downfall or crash out or what, but I still love this brand so much, and they also do really good sales. I feel like they were sued at some point for lying about their marketing or saying that it was a sale and it wasn't really a sale, it was like regular price. It had to have been something along those lines. I'll do a little bit more research and see what really happened, but I feel like them and PLT were pretty much in the same boat at one time when it came to like promotions or like misleading the customers. That's neither here nor there, but the pieces are still piecing, and that is Nasty Gal. Nasty Gal does some nasty work. Nasty Gal is like Doll's Kill, but not emo. Nasty Gal is going to give you a wide range of products, from cowhide, real leather, but they're also going to give you mesh, all of the things. I feel like there is not one thing that you cannot find on Nasty Gal, but the reason I'm mentioning Nasty Gal is because Nasty Gal is going to give you a piece. Nasty Gal is going to give you unique. Nasty Gal is going to give you stand out. Nasty Gal is going to have the girls asking, where did you get that? And the prices aren't bad. And they always have a sale, and they do have a tendency to restock pieces, so that is another thing. Now they will sell out, I give you that. Their top quality pieces, they will be gone. They also do a lot of dupes. So there was a time that the middle finger earring was really trendy, and I found it on Nasty Gal. All of like your cowboy and kind of like festival stuff, Nasty Gal. They're kind of like that type of website. They're the website that you want to shop on when you don't want anyone else to have your piece. I even saw at one point in time that YSL Cage Booty on the website, and I missed it. I slept on it too long. If you have not been on Nasty Gal, I would highly advise you to. And every single piece that I have purchased from Nasty Gal over the years, because this is a website that I've shopped on for at least a good decade, it lasts. And you can even search premium on their website, and they will give you the almost like the ASOS edition or like a studio collection. Add Nasty Gal back into your rotation when you're looking for a piece. And then my last and final recommendation is probably going to be my favorite place to shop as of lately. For about the last year, this has been the store of all stores. This has been the light. It has brightened my day, and I have not received not one poor quality piece from this website either, and it is Urban Revival. Urban Revival is a worldwide company, and they are one of the few affordable companies left that sell 100% cotton, 100% denim. Like, when I tell you their pieces are good, they are good. They are known for their knits. They're known for their denim. They're also known for their bubble skirt. They're known for taking somewhat basic pieces and elevating them in a sense, or just making them super unique. They're known for that wavy cardigan. I have one in pink. It's supposed to be red, but I really feel like it's more like a magenta. We've seen Urban Revival pieces, and one thing that I have never seen people complain about when it came to Urban Revival is the quality. Now, what people do complain about is the sizing. I have a quick tip on that, because in Urban Revival pieces, I have anywhere between a medium and an extra large, because size is a concept. You're looking at, I'm a true medium, but some clothing pieces are meant to fit differently. Some clothing pieces are going to fit differently because of your body shape in general. You got hips, you got a bum, you got a waist, you got thick thighs, like you're busty. There's all of these factors that go into how a clothing item is going to fit. So stop focusing on the size. It does not matter what the size is. If you are triggered by wearing an extra large in one piece and a medium in one piece, then cut the tag out. You're focused on the wrong thing when instead your focus should be how the item fits. So my top recommendation is to take a quick measurement of yourself. Do not focus on the size. Look at the measurements of yourself. Meaning, I'm going to give you my example. My waist is like a 28. Sometimes it's a 29. I'm a woman. Our bodies fluctuate. That is normal. We are hormonal. We bloat. There's a lot of things that goes on with our body, so our weight can easily go up and down. My hips are right at about a 41, and so when I purchase anything from Urban Revival, I look at the measurement, but they do a really good job at listing the measurements per size on each item. If you click on a small, you click on a medium, click on a large, you click on an extra large, they're going to give you actual measurement in inches. If you take a quick mental note of your measurements, you will never be out of luck when it comes to your size. And if anything, always just go bigger. If you see a measurement and it's like exact to yours, but the size up is like 1 inch of a difference, get the size up. Why would you even play yourself? The size does not matter. Also, you have to keep in mind how you want it to fit on your body. Maybe the way you want it to fit is not the way that it is being shown to you. Then you're gonna have to adjust your size accordingly. Also, it may have stretch, it may not. There are factors to consider, so I just think that when we're making any type of purchases, try to make very informed decisions. You're not going to want to return that. They do have a U.S. location, but it's in New York. If you're not in New York, you're not going to want to ship that back. And I don't know if returns are free. So these are going to be my top 5, really 7, fashion brands that I would shop at for any additional pieces that I want to add to my spring, summer wardrobe. I'm going to leave a link to all of my recommendations down in the description bar, and any of the pieces that I've worn and actually purchased and showed you, I will leave that linked below. If you want to get into it, it's on you. But you know that I always got you. Next up in this series is going to be black owned things. Spring and summer edition. What's new in the black owned fashion marketplace? And there are quite a few things, and I have some pieces. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Helecia, this is Mom. Give me a call as soon as you get a chance. All right, bye.